Hi, this is Kent with the AppCode blog. Today we're going to continue our series on learning about how to use storyboards. This will be the second tutorial in the series, and we're going to pick up right where we left off with tutorial 1. In tutorial 1, all we really did was we started with a single view application, and we learned about different ways to set your initial view controller, and then we changed that single view application to be a tab bar application. So that's what we have right now. If you look on your screen, you see we have a tab bar controller and two single views coming off of that. What we're going to do today is we're going to change this top one, this item 1, tab bar 1 view, and that is going to now display a table view controller. We're going to embed that table view controller inside of a navigation controller so that we can use a navigation bar. And then we're going to add another view that we will present from a button in that navigation bar on our table view controller. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is we're going to drag a table view controller out onto our storyboard. I'm going to make it the same size as our other views. I'm going to delete the view that we no longer want and just slide this table view controller into where that one was. Now, in order to hook that up to our tab bar controller, all we need to do is hold down the control key. So I'm holding down the control key, clicking the tab bar controller, and then drag over to our table view. So we're really just control dragging to our table view, and then we're going to select view controllers. Just like that. Now, if we zoom in, we will see that it made that the second one because we deleted item 1, and so it put our table view controller as a second view. And if we just drag this over, we can change that. So now our first tab will be our table view, and our second tab will be our single view. Okay, so now we've created a table view controller, and we always want to create our own custom table view controller files to back up our view. So I'm going to display the navigator, and I'm going to just right click here, new file. I'm going to Cocoa Touch class, and I'm going to select a table view controller, and I'm just going to say custom table view controller, click next. It's going to add it to our project, which is exactly what we want. And so now we have our own custom table view controller over here, and we're going to want to link that up to our new table view controller in our storyboard. Gives a little more room there. So what we need to do now is I'm going to select our table view controller, which is going to actually be this one, and you can see by it's outlined in blue now. And in order to link that up with the custom table view controller that we just selected, or that we just created, we need to go to our identity inspector, right there, and then we click this little arrow and we can find it. And so now this view, this table view, will be using our custom view controller as its data source and as its delegate. So that was pretty easy. The next thing we wanted to do was we wanted to embed this in a navigation controller so that we have a navigation bar we can use. In order to do that, we also want to keep it selected, and we want to go under the editor menu. You can't see it on your screen there, but we're going to go under the editor menu in Xcode, and we're going to select embed in navigation controller. And you see that added a navigation controller before our table view controller. So now our table view is embedded in the navigation controller, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add a view to the right of this table view. So, just going to drag one out here. Going to make it the same size as our other ones, and I'm going to drag it to the right of that table view. And what this view would do is it would be like an add object view where you could create objects there, and then whatever you get created will be populated into this table view. That's the idea. Now we want to be able to trigger this new view from our table view, and in order to do that we're going to add a bar button item to our navigation bar, just like that. And I'm going to select add. Got the universal symbol of the plus sign, which most people who use iOS devices will recognize that as an add button. And then very simply I'm just going to control drag from that button to our new view. I'm going to select show, and when we run our app, click that button, it's going to show our new view. Now, just so that we can distinguish our new view, because right now it's very plain, let's put a text field on there and a label. And we're going to change the label to say name. Let's expand it so we can see it. Expand our text view too. We'll just drag it across. And we'll go, whoops, a little too far. And we'll just leave it like that for now. So what happened was, let's review here. We created our table view controller. We replaced the single view with the table view controller, created a custom controller, linked it up to our view using the inspector, identity inspector, and then we embedded it in a navigation controller. And then finally we added a new view which we are showing when a user clicks this plus button, or the add button as it's commonly referred to. So let's go ahead and run our app and test it out. Again, this is the second in the series of tutorials. Make sure you keep this app, because in the next one we'll just continue to build from here, and by the time we're done we'll have a fully functional app on our hands here. Okay, so we're showing our splash screen. There's our table view, nothing in it yet. And we hit the plus button and we go to our add view. How about that? So you see how easy it is to create views and to embed them in navigators and to create a table view and to do all of that in Storyboard. We did all of that without writing any code. Now we did create our custom view controller, but we haven't written any code yet, and we have all of that hooked up. We're going to go ahead and stop there today, and next time when we come back, maybe we will create a custom view for their add view here and have the ability to actually add a name and then show it in our table view. Okay, thanks for joining me, and if you ever want to join or come visit me online, you can come to my blog, which is the AppCode blog, at www.theappcodeblog.com, and there's a lot of tutorials there, and hope to see you next time. Thanks.